man, there's never a dull moment over here in PMP land. I can promise you that right now, folks. There's always stuff bubbling up, going on, technical. Dude, I wonder if we have more technical challenges than any other show, only because I think that we use more elements than a lot of the other shows that are broadcasting like on YouTube and Twitter and all this. And while we're saying that, hello, good people on Twitter. Hello, good people on Instagram. What's up, y'all, on the Cron 4 Plus app? And what's up, y'all, over on YouTube, of course. Hope everybody had a good weekend. Hey, while you're checking out the show, we like to remind everybody that it would be awesome if you guys could like and subscribe. How do you like that, Tony? Right out of the gate. I'm encouraging likes and subscribe. Yeah. By the way, you know what's so funny? I was watching Dave Chappelle, his most, because I like to, sometimes I'll go back and revisit the Dave Chappelle stand-up things that are on Netflix. There's like 6 or 7 of them he's done over the past 5 years. So Tony, I was watching one super late Saturday night. I was revisiting his most recent one, which is Unstoppable. I'll just call it Unstoppable. And he was doing this thing about kind of like people like us. And he was like, can you guys imagine? This is what he said. This is Chappelle. He goes, can you guys imagine if Martin Luther King was alive today, like doing his stuff like on a YouTube channel? And he's like, and he was doing like Martin Luther King's voice, dude. It was so funny. He was like, I want you to like and subscribe if you want more content like this. And I was like, in this Martin Luther King voice, I don't know, it made me laugh, man. That's us now. I want you to like and subscribe. That's where we're at, folks. So please like and subscribe. And Tony, how was your weekend? I'll go through the Brisbane Inn thing on Friday. We had a really good time. But how was your weekend? How's my guy? How's coaching? How's youth sports and all that?
Well, first of all, dude, I was a Friday night FOMO-sexual to the core, dude, to the freaking core. By the way, Paul, you got your P mug. I got my T mug. I like that, dude.
Yeah. You got to have, I got one that has a P, and when this one's in the wash, I got another one that has an M. So I rotate the P and the M. Yeah. You need you need a C for creative, and then the day that's in the wash, you use Tony. C and T. Yeah.
I thought you were going to say I needed a C for cockshot. Throwing cock shots.
C for cock shot, C for C-SPAN. I don't know. I'm kind of blurry this morning. I'm not sure what's going on. But yeah,
C-SPAN for Cats in the Cradle and the Silver Spoon, Little Boy Blue and the Man in the Moon. When you coming home, I don't know when. We'll get together then, maybe?
Sure. Every time. By the way, that's who is that? Cat Stevens? Is that what you're talking about?
Cat Stevens, but I like to think of the Ugly Kid Joe version.
Oh my God, dude. Oh my God. I wasn't right. I didn't know we were going to be talking Ugly Kid Joe. I didn't know. I would have been ready. I would have prepared if I had known. All right. How was it though? How was your weekend? Your volleyball, baseball, drip?
Dude,
you got all up and mixed.
And I know that you're not the type of guy to want to like, hey, my gig was great. And I know that's not your style, Paulie, and I love that about you.
Yeah. Let me do this, Tony. I want to talk about my gig for about a half hour, and then let me tell you all about like 200 years of my religion after that. And we can talk. I'll just tell you about me. Yeah.
Then let me do some of the talking. Let the music do the talking, Paul.
Nice.
Later on the show.
Yeah. Now you are talking. Yeah.
We'll do a little bit of a recap. Maybe, and you know what I'd love to do, Paulie, after the next PMF show, is get like Drutzy or Marcucci or Tyler or somebody on to kind of give their perspective of the gig. You know what I'm saying? I think that'd be a lot of fun. I was thinking about that over the weekend. I think that'd be a lot of fun, especially Drutzy being the radio veteran that he is. So just food for thought. But Friday night, we had a nice Friday Night Lights win, 7-3. The Giants. Saturday morning, 6:30 a.m. alarm clock.
Hold on.
Livermore.
Hold on. 6:30? What do you mean?
6:30?
That's too early for baseball. I got news for you. Like that's like.
Oh, I got news for you. It wasn't for baseball, Paulie. This is Olivia's volleyball.
Ooh, that's even worse because now you got to. No, man, that's indoors. What time is it? Are they competing? If you got to get up at 6:30.
Oh, the match didn't start until 8:45, but they had to be there at 8 a.m. to referee the game before theirs. It's like, what? Can I have a what the hell, please? Can you give me?
Yeah, definitely. I would say it's entirely appropriate. Charles Grodin for you, Tony. Yeah.
What the hell?
So, dude, I will say tip my cap to Olivia and her encore team. They won. By the way, this is the whole club volleyball thing. We're dipping our pinky toe in this like the youngest level you can try. It's like a trial period, and it's like I don't know if I want any part of this. By the way, Hey, youth volleyball, club volleyball, dude. Olivia's first ever championship of any tournament that she's ever played. I'm so stoked for her and her teammates. They take a team photo, everything. Then they run over and I go, "Oh yeah, Liv, awesome, congrats! What'd you get? What'd you get?" And then she's like, "What do you mean? What did I get?" And I go, "Well, you just won the championship. You just won the tournament. What'd you get?"
A little trophy, maybe a ribbon, some kind of button, something. Nothing. I mean, something.
Nothing, dude. Nothing, dude. Nothing.
Wait a
I mean,
minute.
it was nothing. Not even a freaking not even like a piece of paper. Saying
By the way, I just
congratulations.
had major flashbacks of George Costanza and Jerry meeting with the NBC executives. Tell us about the show. I can describe the show for you in one word: nothing.
Yes,
And the guy's like, "What do you mean nothing? Nothing." And then the guy's like, "Well, we'll tell you what something must happen on the show." No, nothing happens. It's a show about nothing. That's what you just dropped into. Nothing. So,
totally, dude, nothing, dude, nothing. I was
how
like,
about a T-shirt? How about a 2026 champs? Maybe a T-shirt, a hat.
dude, nothing. I mean, how about a gift certificate for an ice cream cone?
Yeah,
somewhere?
dude, let's go to freaking, yes, great call. Let's go to Baskin Robbins. Actually, let's go to Double Rainbow, even better. You know what I mean? Locally,
double rainbow,
double rainbow ultra chocolate for life.
double rainbow ultra chocolate with peanut butter for life.
I can't find that one. Where are you getting this? Where do I?
No, I haven't had that in a while, to be honest with you. So I haven't found it in a while either, Paulie. But I'll do the Mary Ann's peanut butter and chocolate from Santa Cruz.
Okay,
really good
I like
stuff.
that combo too. It's a great combo.
Great combo. But anyways, double guns to the club volleyball racket, dude. Racket.
Well,
we paid a registration fee like every other team. Where's that money going? They're not paying for referees.
Great question. You know what, that dude, he
dude.
probably went to what was the name of that rundown strip club you were talking about down the peninsula, Hanky Panky's or something. Is that what it's called? Hanky Panky. Yeah, he took all the dough. He went to Hanky Panky's. By the way, Keep Stella Blue is pulling up, dude. He's pulling up a chair right next to you, going, "Oh yeah, try this on for size, Coach Tony. Ready for this? Keep Stella Blue." Left my house at 4:45 for club volleyball. Occidental to Redwood City, home at 9 p.m. Dude, think about that. I left the house at 4:45 and I got home at 9 p.m. Hey, Keep Stella Blue. That's some gangster parenting right there. Well, my question is,
it makes your work week seem tame.
It's nothing. The work week just sets up the real work of the weekend. Here's my question, though, and I'm not being sarcastic. Why do they have to play at like 7 a.m? Why so early? For real?
The games didn't start until 8 a.m. But I think it's because of the volleyball racket that is, they have to squeeze in as many games as possible and milk money from as many clubs as possible, and then not give the champions anything.
Nothing.
How about this?
Nothing.
I found this out too. This is part of their business model. The volleyball club racket. Their business model is if you lose the championship game.
What do they make you? They make you sweep the floor or something? What do they put you to?
You're not allowed to leave. You have to referee the consolation game after your championship game.
Here's where I start giving them one of these. I got an itch, but yeah, I'm saying something. Yeah,
dude, just give them doubles, right? I mean, it's just
they make the kids referee.
They make the kids so they're not paying any money for referees.
That doesn't sound like a good idea, you know.
It's all just so bogus, man. I'm sorry it's taking up so much of the beginning of the
No,
show,
it's
but
fine. This is life. We're talking about our weekends, man. I asked. Yeah, I want to hear it. Yeah,
I was so like dumbfounded that they didn't give 10-year-old girls, and they're so stoked that they won the championship and it was fun and nothing. I couldn't believe it. Like
nothing.
You can get a package of like 50 plastic medals with red, white, and blue ribbons sent to your house for like $15, dude.
Right.
Like, what are we doing? Because
Hey, man, It's okay. You catch your breath, drink a little coffee, get relaxed. You just relax. That's all you got to do. We're here for a good time today. I want to say we got a couple of announcements about the week because it's a crazy week. We have first of all, just some housekeeping stuff. If you're new to the show, first of all, welcome. And we are about to launch our first PMP, the group event of the year, coming up on Wednesday at Standard Deviant Brewing in the city, Pier 70. It's where we had our Christmas party. If you don't have a ticket for opening night, Giants, Yankees, come on down, hang with us, man. If you're in the city or in the East Bay, wherever, just come on over. First pitch is 5:05, I believe. So we will be pulling in around 4:30. Neil Tenardi's going to be there. He'll have his pop-up happening, serving people all kinds of great food. Mark DeVito and the good people of Standard Deviant have opened their doors for us. So come on by. Now, because of that, and because of the setup time and all the stuff we got to do prior to that, we are, shout out Gabe Kepler, we are going to, I think we're going to forego the show on Wednesday. I don't think we're going to actually do a show. Just come to the event. And just to make this clear, it's like, we're not doing a broadcast on Wednesday. Like, we're not doing a formal show. We're just hanging out. This is just a social thing. Okay. Also,
you know what we're doing, Paulie? We're honoring opening day the way it should be honored by not doing anything. Just the same way that the city of Cincinnati shuts down because their opening day is a civic holiday. Kids don't go to school. People don't go to work. There's a parade. They have a parade that goes to the ballpark. Big John from American Industrial Center will be at opening day in Cincinnati. He's going to report back to us later on in the week when he gets home. He's going to send footage as well.
Okay, well, anytime Big John's involved, it's a good day for everybody. Okay, other things going on. Tomorrow, the great Patty from Napa, the queen of the scene, Miss PMP 2025. Her sister, who I've never met before, but sounds like she was a lot of fun back in the day. She's going to come join us because it sounds like she's gotten a lot of trouble and stuff. I think I'd get along well with her. She is going to join us on the show tomorrow for a very special installment of Show Us Your Ticket Stubs, which is another feature you guys can sponsor anytime. Show us your ticket stubs, share some stories behind the concerts or sporting events you saw, because it can be anything. It doesn't have to be a concert. It can be a great Giants game, a great Niner game. Show us your stubs, tell us the stories. Musical assignment, same idea. If you want to sponsor that, just email us, paulyspod@gmail.com. Okay, so that's all going on. Patty's sister tomorrow, show us your stubs. We also have and I don't know the final word on this yet, but we have Scott Osler, who I'm touching base with today. He wants to join us this week. Tony, also, let's not forget, I would like to bring Dan Coach Emilio and Los D back on the show but I don't know if we're going to be able to do this timing-wise, Los. I'm just kind of calling this out on the air. If we can't get you guys on tomorrow because of Scott and Patty's sister, maybe we'll get you guys Thursday, like the morning after opening night, just to review and talk about spring training and, a scouting report, stuff like that. So I'll be in touch
the morning after. Right, save it Duran style. Save it till the morning after Thursday. That'll be the morning after opening day. Okay?
Well, now see, I'm disappointed in you now, Tony. I am. You just disappointed me in a pretty
till the morning after.
Again, as I speak of my disappointment, I feel like, listen, if you're going to quote the morning after on the PMP show, I would at least expect you to defer and yield to Stephen Piercy and Rat. I mean, it's right there in front of you. It's on Out of the Cellar. I'll leave the morning after. And you didn't even acknowledge it. You went right to Duran. Frankly, I'm a little hurt as a Rat brother. The Rat gang is not going to tolerate this kind of dissension,
Respect, Paulie. Total respect. I'll
leave the morning after. Another great track, by the way. Another great one. Yeah.
By the way, Paulie, you mentioned Gabe Kapler. And I also want to give at Woods-HWD. I want to give at Woods-HWD some love. He or she says, want to go to the opening day bash, but it's my bowling night. Dude,
beautiful. Total respect. Who said that? Who?
At Woods-Hwood or Homewood. Woods Homewood. I don't know.
Hey, I respect it, man. You roll well, dude. Roll to win. No problem. If you got to roll, you got to roll. I understand. I'm not going to get in the way of that. But anyway,
I had another question for you though, too, because you mentioned Kaplan. I wanted you to just kind of go with your bad self here. If you could envision, what do you think Gabe Kapler is doing right at this moment? If you could just
something regarding physical fitness, he's either doing pull-ups or he's running sprints or he's eating like a Sprout tofu sandwich somewhere and posting about it online. That's my guess.
Nice. Okay. Yeah. I think my vision involves him manscaping something at the moment.
Dude, he's manscaped to the freaking nines, dude. I don't think he has a single hair on.
I've always wondered about his razor and shaving kit, because his lines of his beard.
Oh, they were almost like painted on. They were so perfect. Yeah.
Perfect. Yeah. And the lines of his hairline and his I mean, I was like, this guy
Well, the fact is, and this should have been obvious to all of us, and I think Tony Vitello is going to fill a similar role. You know, the fact is, because I remember back at KNBR, like being in the office, you remember Monica, Monica, I'm sorry. Why am I blanking on this? Help me. Drutzy's assistant, who I love. What's her name?
Well, no, there was Michelle Martin, but that wasn't
not Michelle Martin. What are you talking, like 97?
Yeah.
Dude, Michelle Martin.
I know. I'm working on it right now too, dude.
Not Michelle Martin. Anyway, we should skip this. Anyway, the point I was going to make is a lot of the girl. I know it's awful. Yeah. Maria, dude. Maria. Monica. Listen to me. You know, Monica. Dude, I don't know what I'm talking about. Sorry, Maria. We all love Maria. Maria Lopez. This is Drutzy's old assistant. I think she's still over there too. But anyway, she used to comment. She would say, like, you know, you guys are on the morning show. You're always riffing on Gabe Kapler. She goes, just so you know, be advised, Paulie Mac, the ladies love Gabe Kapler. And I was like, that makes sense. You know, he's like an Adonis. He really is like a bodybuilder. His physique it's absurd. But I never thought about it like that. But all the girls used to love Gabe Kapler. I think Tony Vitello is going to have the same experience. I think the ladies are going to swoon, and he's single too, I believe.
No question, man. And the rollicking flocks of Tony Vitello coming out the hat. I'm jealous, man. The guy looks great. And hey, we're 2 days away from the Vitello era officially beginning, man. And I'm very, very excited, Paulie, because my expectations are low, but we can talk about that on the show about expectations, because my expectations are low. So I won't be disappointed, and I'll be pleasantly surprised if they go for a run. So
pardon me. A couple of quick things. One, you dropped expectations like 3 times. Let me direct you to one of my favorite ballads by the Rolling Stones. Tony, shout out No Expectations. Go to it as soon as possible. It's on Beggar's Banquet. I got no expectations. That's one. Number 2, I think I'm going to hijack the show up in this piece. You ready? Are you ready? I'm taking over. I'm taking over the whole operation. Here's what I want to do. Only because we're talking Tony Vitello. I have an idea. I want to share this with the group. And also I have a quick announcement and question. A lot going on. First of all, the announcement, I would like to say, and I wanted to do this at the top of the show.
Supers too, Paulie. We got supers too we got to get to as well. So go ahead.
A lot going on. See what happens. Suddenly we're overflowing. Here's the thing. First of all, I want to say happy anniversary to Carlos De La Fuente and his better half. I believe they're celebrating their 24th anniversary today. Man, respect, buddy. Respect.
24th, dude. 24th, brother. 24th anniversary on 3/23. How about that, man?
Yeah. So one is happy anniversary to Carlos and his wife. May the De La Fuentes carry on in the happy romance and a great marriage. So cheers to you. Nice, dude.
Yeah, dude. Carlos just sent that over at pauliespot@gmail.com.
Nice.
Thanks for the email, brother. That is a great shot.
Okay.
Low sporting the linens, dude. I'm pro linen.
Look how cool he looks, dude. Carlos is a cool guy. Like, you can wear all kinds of cool stuff. You and I can't pull that stuff off.
No,
I can't pull off the hat. I can't pull linen. What are you kidding me, dude? You see me draped in linen? That's not going to work for me. No, you know?
God, me neither, dude. I tried linen once. I had white linen pants. Didn't work, man. I fell into the into the Grand Canal in Italy. We've already talked about that story.
Look at that. Ryan Fong checking in. Los D is smooth. He really is smooth. There's no question. That's a great word for him. He is super smooth. Okay, that was one thing. And then the other thing is, Tony, why don't we do the supers first? But then I'm going to take you on a little Tony Vitello journey together, and we're going to play a very special installment of Right or Wrong. And Tony Vitello is at the center of it. So we're going to do an impromptu Right or Wrong with Tony Vitello. But first, let's take care of our supers, Tony. Go ahead.
Paulie, what game are we going to play?
We're going to play Right or Wrong, Tony.
Right or wrong.
Beautiful.
Yeah. Beautiful. Thank you, Al.
Right or wrong.
And that sounds really good, just so you know. That one sounds great.
Yeah, some of the stuff sounds good. Paulie, just a reminder for everybody that's checking into the show.
We would all like to be able to live an uncluttered life, a simple life, a good life.
That's all we want. Really want. And Paulie, on this Monday.
What can I say? I'm thrilled.
Okay.
Ooh, very nice.
Dom, I'll check in with you after the show. We can talk about Dom during his portion of the show in his spot about the kindness and the generosity of a Dominic Peralta.
Oh my God. You don't even know, Tony, only because you weren't at the gig Friday. And we'll talk about the gig a little bit, but I want to do Tony Vitello first and the Supers. Then we'll talk about the show on Friday because it really was great. We had a great time. And Don Peralta, a whirling dervish of just generosity and good vibes. And he was filming the gig. It was mayhem. We'll talk about that in a minute. But Tony, first the Supers. Show me what we got today, buddy.
Stand by, Paulie. This is Steve Grosch, a musical assignment alum, shall we call him? He says, shout out, let the music do the talking by Aerosmith, referenced about 10 minutes ago on the show.
Let the music do the talking. Ba-ba-ba-bum. Let the music. Great track, man. Hey, Grosch, thank you, brother. And I'm with you. Let the music do the talking for life, as Adam Silver would say. For life. Yeah.
And your shirt. You just happen to be wearing an Aerosmith shirt today.
You got to get your wings, baby. Get your wings, baby. Yeah, which is, look up what that means. But anyway, Tony, yes, go ahead.
Would you rather be able to fly, Paulie, or like be underwater, be a shark or a fish?
I'll take the fly. I'll take to the skies if I could. Yeah.
Same here.
Yeah.
I would. Could you imagine? Man, that'd be so great. I mean, would you ever do a wingsuit jump? Like, would you just jump off a cliff in a wingsuit? Like,
no, I wouldn't. Okay. As a matter of fact, no. Okay. How about you? You're jumping off. You're not jumping off anything. I don't want to hear it from you.
No,
you're not
dude.
jumping off. Just kidding. Yeah, you ain't jumping off S, dude. I'll tell you that right now. Nothing.
Hey, when I lived in Tahoe those summers in college, my friend, shout out Pete Picard, he worked at the bungee tower at the top of Squaw, now known as Palisades, and I worked at the deli on the West Shore, Rubicon Deli, and he said, hey, if you bring me and my staff sandwiches, I'll let you do as many jumps as you want. So I bungee jumped all summer. It was great.
All right.
You want to talk exhilarating, but not like crazy. I recommend everybody do a bungee jump. My 21st birthday was on the same week as my dad's 50th birthday, and we both went bungee jumping. It was a great time. Anyways,
I didn't see that coming. Coming. And by the way, Grosch, one more word. Rags, that's a great call up there. Rags is in the house. And I hope all of you enjoyed the latest installment of DTF St. Louis, another banger last night, if you will. That show is crazy. Have you dived into that yet, Tony?
I'm not ready. Because I have a certain image of Bateman, dude, and I feel like it's going to shatter my image of Bateman. Like
Bateman I'll tell you what, Bateman's a real perv in this thing. This is Bateman like you've never seen before, bro. Bateman's coming at you with sex robots and the what was the name of the position, Rex? The power player, what a powerhouse. He's got all these positions. He's like, yeah, I want you to try the powerhouse. That's Bateman telling this girl he wants a powerhouse. It's a whole other thing. Yeah, no, I know.
One strike against Bateman is that he's a huge, loyal, front row sitting Dodger fan. So that's a big strike.
That's tough. Yeah.
Hey, Patty from Napa's a super. She says happy anniversary to Mr. and Mrs. Los D. So we're getting love from the supers. Carlos, you and your lovely bride are getting love on your 24th anniversary today from Patty from Napa. Thank you, Patty, for the super. And then also we got Corinne Sartorio. Corinne, by the way, Corinne travels with Manhattans and Tupperware jars, in case you're wondering. And she says, sorry, here's one lady that never liked Kapler. Not my kind of man.
Well, Corinne's got great taste. I mean, that's the thing. Corinne is just, I mean, she is a goddess of the Fairfax corridor. And I love that. I love that post, Corinne. I really do. And I'm not surprised. You and me, we ride together. And thank you for that, too, because I feel you. I was not a big Kapler guy either in a variety of aspects. But
I believe that Noemi Catalina on the chat a few minutes ago called him a douche. So there you go.
Let me tell you what, we're going to be talking about Lady Catalina quite a bit in a few minutes. Tony, there was another sidewalk session. I will tell you this. One of the great things about doing gigs at the Brisbane Inn is by the time you get into the second set, it's like a house party. Yes. There's people going outside, coming in. The sidewalks are going, if you know what I'm talking about. We had a massive sidewalk session after set 2 the other night. And Noemi was front and center for that. And thanks for coming out, by the way, Noemi. Great to see you. Great to hang out. Thank you, Corinne. Okay, Tony, are we still going supers or are we through with those?
No, thank you, Corinne. Thank you, Patty. And thank you, Steve Groschel, for the supers. I love it. And again, just a real quick business part of the program. Like Paulie mentioned, we have Patty's sister coming on tomorrow to do the Show Us Your Stubs segment. Last Friday, Aaron Kask stole the show with his Tony's Top 3. Steve Groschel was our most recent musical assignment partner / sponsor. If you want to sponsor any of those segments, email us, polyspot@gmail.com, or you can go to our YouTube channel at Polymax Particles and go right below the bio and you can click on that link and click on the merch page and pick a segment that you want to sponsor. And while you're there, please like and subscribe. As in the great words of Miggy in Madrid, feed the algo.
Yeah, man. Shout out Miggy Pop. Okay, Tony, here's what we're going to do. We have one more super from the great Lily Merchant that I would like to get up there. Pardon me. And then I want to do a special Tony Vitello installment of Right or Wrong with you. But also a reminder for the audience, if you're interested, Dom Peralta has put together another Polymac poll today. It's posted somewhere in the comments line, or Dom reposted, I guess. And he's asked, the poll today is about how many games do you think this Giant team will win first year under Tony Vitello? How many games do you think this team will win? That's the big poll. If you guys can get your votes in now, we'll share the results at the end of the show today. Thank you, Dom, for doing that. So, all right, Tony, so let's do the Lily super, and then I got a Vitello stuff for you.
Yeah, here we go. Lily Merchant checking in as a super. What's up, Lily? Thank you so much for the support. He says broads of PMP, not digging Kapler. I love it, dude.
I will say now again, what do I know, dude? I know little to nothing. I know actually, shout out Robert Downey Jr., less than zero. That's me when it comes to knowing like what women like and men and stuff like that. I have no idea. But I will say this. I think I can recall, and Lily, I appreciate that. And same with Corinne. I can recall some women saying stuff like, Kapler was a turnoff, Tony, because he was so perfect, because every hair in his beard was like numbered and alphabetized, and his rippling biceps and getting oiled up, and you know, the vanity. I'm shooting myself, like looking in the mirror. He did a lot of weird stuff, dude. He would post videos of himself like working out, lifting weights. And some women didn't dig that. There was like, he's too vain. He's just too vain. So maybe that's what works in with some of the
ladies and gentlemen. Put your
hands
together for the broads of PMP. Giants and Niners and pop culture takes. They bring the best every day. The broads of PMP.
There we go, Paul. Just a little taste, a little Monday hit of broads of PMP for everybody.
No need to justify it. You just do it. Just drop that S, dude. Drop it anytime you want. Okay, here's what we're going to do. We're going to play a very special installment of Right or Wrong with Tony Vitello at the center of it. Tony, and then I want to talk a little bit about March Madness today. But if you could be my good man, if you could be so kind and courteous as to find your way over to the Polymac Twitter location and get into bookmarks, my good man. It's not about, we're not doing like a formal book. Okay. We're not doing, Tony, we're not doing like a formal bookmark segment, but there's something in there.
Joy Boy. We're not getting Joy Boy today.
You don't need Joy Boy. You don't need Joy Boy. But go to bookmarks. First, we're going to do a comedy piece that just needs to see. It's like part 2 of this incredible story about the greatest cigarette smoker who's ever lived. And then we're going to do, you'll see what I'm talking about momentarily. And then we're going to do the Tony Vitello Right or Wrong. But first, do you have it? Do you see it? Blow it up and put it on the screen. You see him running down the street?
Hang on one sec, dude. Oh my God. Hang on one sec.
Okay. And pause it before we go. I got to explain what's going on here. So about a month ago, Tony and I were doing a night flight, I think it was, and I found this thing on Twitter that I put it. Yes, dude, the Nutter knows where I'm going. He knows where I'm going. Yes, Nutter. So if you remember, I put this thing in bookmarks about a month ago, where it was John Cougar Mellencamp like promoting his upcoming summer tour, and the video was Mellencamp on a treadmill talking to the camera, and he's like, yeah, you guys, I'm just getting in shape because I got a big summer tour coming up. Then the camera like turns to get in front of him. The guy's on the treadmill smoking a cigarette, okay? He's working out, smoking. Tony, we have another installment in the John Cougar workout regiment that we all need to see. Now, pause this before you roll it. I just want to set this up. It looks like he's pushing some kind of it almost looks like a shopping cart, but it's some kind of workout device he's using. And Tony, he is shirtless and he's working out and smoking again simultaneously. Maybe can you blow that up a little bit, Tony?
Yeah, stand by. Let me see if I can make it a little bit bigger, Paulie. Here
and see if we get some sound, and then just let it roll. Yeah.
Hang on. Come on.
I mean, you got to respect this. You got to respect this. Here he comes.
There we go.
Look at Mellencamp, dude. Mellencamp working out, getting ready to get in shape for the tour. Here he comes.
Dude.
With the cigarette in his mouth. Tony, it's in his mouth. I don't know. Look at him.
What? God name, dude.
I don't know. Look at him.
I mean, dude, how about the trainer? How about the trainer to his side?
Yeah. In case he has like a heart attack during the workout. Tony, turn this up. I don't know what he's saying right here.
He says, "We're doing it," is what he says.
Okay.
That's
anyway,
what he says. We're doing
there you go. I just wanted to start your Monday right there. Yeah, look at the physique of a Mellencamp, dude. And what is this device he's pushing around, Tony? What is that thing?
Dude, you got me, bro. I have no idea. That looks like something Bateman would use in this new Netflix show. I don't know. I mean, I really don't know what the hell it is.
Hold on. I just can't get dude with the cigarette in his mouth. I got to address John Joseph right here. John Joseph, my buddy. He goes, I wish Eddie was still alive so they can have a smoke off. I don't know why this is so funny to me. Hold on, John Joseph. Are you talking about Eddie Van Halen, another great smoker? Is that who you mean? In this corner, Eddie Van Halen and Marlboro Reds. In that corner, John Cougar Mellencamp and Unfiltered Camels. Just sitting there smoking. That's a great idea. I would actually pay to watch that, believe it or not.
Hey, by the way, just to review, Paulie, what is his? Didn't he have like a quadruple bypass or whatever?
Yes, and the legend has it, dude. The legend has it. He went in, he had like open heart surgery, basically to save his life. He had a massive heart attack. This is years ago. This is like 25, 30 years ago. The legend has it, Tony, that when he was leaving the hospital after the open heart surgery, he fired up a butt. Like as he was walking out of the hospital, the first thing he did was fire up. Here, look at this guy. Hey, listen, I just want people to know I'm not making light of smoking. I know it's horrible. I know, believe me, I've lost people in my life too. It's horrible, but I don't know. There's something about this, the gallows humor aspect about this. Like he just doesn't care. Mellencamp just doesn't care. And you want to know what? I bet you he outlives all of us.
Well, also, if he stopped smoking, he'd probably die the next day.
Yeah. Yeah.
Honestly, I think if he stopped, he'd be like, "Oh." So I think that maybe this is his lifeline. I don't know, man, but that's respect, dude. And he's about to go on tour, so he's training for his tour, his summer tour. So it's like he's
and you got to respect the game. He's got a device nobody can recognize or identify. He's pushing something on wheels, smoking butts. Tony, he's also wearing like slacks. It looks like. Are those sweats or are those like slacks?
They're sweats, but they're I don't know, man. And the fact that he has a trainer and he has a trainer, like,
and he's got a trainer, dude. The trainer probably gives him butts when he runs out. He puts a new one right in his mouth,
Unbelievable. He's in a gorgeous area too, wherever he is. I like.
Well, he's in Indiana. That's his whole thing. He's like a Bloomington guy. And by the way, John Joseph following up goes, yes, I was talking about Eddie Van Halen, and John said Eddie did the same thing when Eddie's doctors told him to stop smoking, he doubled down instead. He said, not only am I not going to stop, I'm going to increase to twice as much smoking. All right, that's one thing. Now, sorry, that just made me laugh. Tony, I see your laugh.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's good to have a laugh on a Monday. Okay, now for the serious part of the show, Tony, back to bookmarks.
Yes.
If you go down to the very next one, it's a post about Vitello, and this is going to be the right or wrong question. And I know Los D is going to have a lot to say about this. So, Tony, throw up the image, and I'll read to you the caption, and then I'll ask the question.
Stand by. I'm here. We're about to play.
Right or wrong?
Let me get down to this.
Take your time, buddy. We're good.
Oh, I see it. Okay, here we go. By the way, we have to talk about Kyle Shanahan losing the flag football game, by the way.
Flag football, Tony. That's what it's come to. Yeah. Flag football.
Doing for kicks. That's what they're doing for kicks now, Paulie.
Okay.
Giants, man. You want me to read this, Paulie?
I'll read it. Yeah, this is it. So, guys, here's the question, and we're going to springboard this into a right or wrong. Giants manager Tony Vitello speaking about Kyle Shanahan. I'll read you what he said. Quote, I know everyone thinks that the guy that wins the trophy at the end of the year is the best coach, and maybe he did the best job that given year, but it's hard to say that Kyle Shanahan's not the best coach in the NFL. Sometimes fans get a little too excited. You've got to take into account injuries And when you start the playoffs in any sport, chaos can happen. His consistency to me is what makes a mark, and he's pretty special. So again, Tony, here's going to be the essence of what he's saying is Kyle Shanahan is the best coach in the NFL, and you shouldn't judge that. You shouldn't make that determination on whether or not a guy wins a Super Bowl. Is Tony Vitello right or wrong? And give me some Pacino to punctuate it, please.
Right or wrong?
Tony Vitello is absolutely right, Paulie. I believe what Kyle Shanahan did with that team last year, dude. And by the way, it came out over the weekend that Mike Evans and Christian Kirk turned down offers of more money to come play for Kyle, to come play for the 49ers. So that should tell you something right there too. But again, to do what he did with all of the injuries and all of the off-field nonsense in the preseason and during the season and substation blues and all that, the guy did an amazing job, in my humble opinion. My only beef is the overuse of McCaffrey, and Garendo is basically just taking up a roster spot and not being used. I don't know if I have many other beefs from Kyle Shanahan other than that, because also we went through Garendo's 2024 stats, and I'm not saying that Garendo is some superstar, but I'm saying if you need to spell McCaffrey, you got this kid Jordan James, you had Brian Robinson Jr., and you had Garendo. Brian Robinson Jr. was okay. He wasn't great. I don't know. I thought he was okay. But I wasn't, he definitely didn't, I don't know. My expectations were pretty high for Robinson Jr. and he didn't meet my expectations. Nothing against him, but that's my only beef about Shanahan. So I think Vitello is correct that I think he's the best coach in the NFL. Yes.
Yeah.
What about you, P?
I don't know if I agree with the overall philosophy of that. Whether or not Kyle's the best coach in the NFL, that's hard to, I don't know how you really determine that. Based on what? Based on his offensive production or I will say this. I mean, I love Kyle Shanahan. I love his style. Mm-hmm. I think he's a great offensive mind. I think that he has shown flaws in critical moments, like when it comes to kind of chaos coaching late in the fourth quarter and you have to make big decisions. I'm not crazy about Kyle's decisions when he's under duress in a tight ball game. I mean, you've seen the numbers. When Kyle falls behind, he basically can't win the game. He is not a come from behind kind of coach. I think that's kind of a problem. But I do consider him to be at the very top of the NFL kind of coaching tree, talent wise, scheme wise. Yep. But I do oppose it in that in order to be considered the best at what you do, I think you have to win a championship. I'm one of those guys. I really am. Yeah.
I see in the chat too, Robot Centaur, a couple things I want to mention that he's addressing. So I was talking about the running back room for this past season. I know that Brian Robinson Jr. is a free agent now and that he hasn't re-signed with the 49ers. So just to that point is number one. And number two, yes, coaches are basically remembered about how many Super Bowls they won or did not win. And in their the conversation of greatness or the best coaches ever, the barometer is Super Bowl rings. So in that respect, you can't say Kyle's in the conversation. And Mark Gravy Graves had a great point in the chat. He says Kyle would have a Super Bowl win if Garoppolo connects with Emmanuel Sanders on that long pass.
Who said that?
Mark Gravy Graves.
All right, Graves. Here we go. We're going to get into it now because I hate this. I tell you what, I hate the Niners Super Bowls against the Chiefs so effing much.
Yes.
So effing much. I saw something over the weekend that made my head spin, dude. It got me all pissed off. Somebody posted a picture of all the different holds on Nick Bosa in both Super Bowls and made a collage out of them. I'm not kidding. It was a picture of about 70 different images of Bosa just getting pulled by his pads, getting his arms locked up. I mean, it's just that's part of the reason it's hard for me to watch those games. But to address what Gravy said directly.
Real quick, also, you're talking about Chiefs too and penalties. Don't forget Juwan Taylor and how many missed false starts that dude had. In the Super Bowls. Don't get me started on him. That guy false starts on every single freaking play. And then after he false starts, he holds. So it's okay, you're not going to call either. Okay, this is how this day is going down. You're not going to call it. Got it. Go ahead.
And I do want to say this, though, Gravy. I think everybody points to that play, Garoppolo with the overthrow late in the fourth quarter. But here's my counter to that. Why are we calling that play at all? Why are we running a deep pass play when you got 8 minutes left in the fourth quarter with a 10-point lead? My gut, Gravy, and anybody else, I mean, again, I'm not a football coach, but I would have simply said, run the ball. run the ball. The Niner, especially in the first one, the Garoppolo one, excuse me, still recovering. The Niners had been running the ball so effectively, and then Kyle went away. That's what I was talking about earlier. He went away from it late in the fourth quarter with the game on the line. Like sometimes his decisions in those critical moments, I do scratch my head because I say if they would have just run the ball, gotten a couple of more first downs, keep that clock running, they might have gotten out of there. They might have gotten out of there with a win. Instead, he's got Garoppolo. I just didn't understand the play call. Yes, it was not the greatest throw, but at the same time, know your quarterback, know what he can and can't do. And Garoppolo wasn't the kind of guy who was launching 70-yard bombs all year. It's like, dude, stay within his kind of skill set. Like little dump passes. He's had good vision. He can find open guys. But I don't think that's the reason they lost that game. It was the overthrow.
To Gravy's point, and I think this is the point you're making, Gravy, is that the play – Sanders was open and the play worked, and it was the element of surprise that maybe Kyle was going for.
Okay. Okay. I'll buy that. I'll buy that. Yeah.
Right. Like, and he was open. My biggest beef about that freaking play. How many Super Bowls are you going to be in, Emmanuel Sanders? How many opportunities are you going to have to not sell out? He may not have made the catch if he dove, but dive for that freaking ball, dude. This is the Super Bowl, and you have the opportunity to be the hero of the Super Bowl and basically cement a ring for yourself and for the Niners. And he doesn't sell out. He doesn't dive. He doesn't do anything. I'm like, I remember that play. Yes, I was not happy that Garoppolo overthrew him by whatever, however, like a yard or whatever it was.
Yeah.
But Sanders, you got to sell out, man. I tell the kids that we coach, I want to see you getting dirty, even if you don't make the play. Show me that you care. Show me that you're giving me maximum effort. Show me that you want the freaking ball.
Yeah.
Like, that pissed me off to no end. And now, God, why did we get on this topic?
I know. It was so innocent. We're talking about Vitello for a second, and all of a sudden it's a Niner. Like, again, the blood boils, man. It's crazy. Well, let me ask you this, because Carlos De La Fuente, on his anniversary, posted something. He goes, so if the measurement of a great coach is not winning titles, Carlos De La Fuente posed this question: should we all hail Marv Levy as one of the greatest coaches of all time? And it's an interesting counterpoint. That's a guy who went to 4 consecutive Super Bowls. He lost them all. How often does Marv Levy's name ever come up in greatest coaching conversations? I'd say never.
Do you think Marv Levy has like a Scott Norwood voodoo doll that he just like stabs every now and again? Just like,
shout out Marv Levy, dude. Old as hell, wearing that Bills jacket, the button up. You know what I mean? It's freezing. He's walking around. I always like Marv Levy. But it's good. Well, here's another question. If Kyle Shanahan today suddenly for some reason he was like, you know what, I'm done. I'm moving to freaking Jamaica. I'm building a house right next door to Keith Richards. We're gonna hang out. We're gonna pull tubes and because he does like reggae, by the way. Kyle Shanahan does like reggae. Yeah. I want to be around the Wingless Angels and Keith. I want to jam with Keith. We're gonna grow some herb and we're gonna hang out. I'm done with football. I'm not coaching anymore. Would Kyle go to the Hall of Fame, Tony, with the resume he's built to this point? Is he in the Hall of Fame?
Bob Marley wants to chime in first.
Herb is a plant.
Yeah. And Bob Marley and Kyle Shanahan probably agree that
herbs are good for everything,
especially reggae music. Paulie, first of all, wow, I got to give some love to some reggae I've been listening to lately. But your question was one more time, Paulie.
That if again, when we're measuring greatness or assessing greatness and trying to figure out who is the best at what they do in terms of coaching, would Kyle Shanahan go to the Pro Football Hall of Fame if he retired today?
Oh boy, I
don't think so.
I don't think so.
I don't think so. See, that's what I'm saying. You need that and he's great. Again, Kyle, if this finds its way into your email box, dude, I think you're a great coach. We just need that ring. We need that ring, coach. We really do. And so do you.
I think it keeps him up at night. I really do. I think the guy wants it as bad as we do, if not 10 times more, because of all the time and effort he puts in and the sacrifices he's making, not seeing his wife, not seeing his kids. Like he lives at the office and the guy wants it bad. It's just the amount of things that you need to juggle as a head coach nowadays. It's really impressive that anybody gets through a full season. I mean, like, what he did last year was incredible. So, Paulie, I don't know. Do they have the tools this year to make a run? If everybody stays healthy, sure. But again, you're relying on the health of everybody in a brutally violent game. A lot of luck has to happen, paired with skill and play calling and and good game plans. It all has to come together.
Hey, hold on, Tony. When you say a lot of luck is needed, I gotta take advantage. Let's get lucky.
Hell yeah, dude.
Let's get lucky.
Dude, I gotta give a shout out to the modern day. We're up all night to get lucky, Paulie. Daft Punk and we're up all night to get lucky.
I like that track. I'm okay with that one. Yeah.
And just a quick deviation, Paulie, that I have been listening to a lot of. I finally got over. Remember, you and I used to talk about like the whole term white boy reggae and and then I started listening to like Revolution, the guys from Santa Barbara. They're big KBR fans, and they sent us their records and really, really nice guys. I'm like, oh damn, this is some good reggae. Then I started listening to this cat Stick Figure recently.
Okay,
dude. And yes, thank you, Pharrell Williams. Thank you, Robot Center. It's Daft Punk and Pharrell Williams. Stick Figure, Paulie. It's some serious roots reggae. This guy's out of Massachusetts.
Yeah,
but
nice.
Like, damn,
nice.
dude,
Nice.
this is like. So I've been listening to him all weekend, and it's been chilling me out. Paulie, I'm going to send you some, and I want to get your opinion on it because obviously it's not the roots that we grew up on, right? But
yeah,
heavily influenced by Marley, Tosh, Burning Spear, all these reggae legends, and it's like, damn, dude, Stick Figure is really good. So anyway, that's what's been on my shuffle lately.
Okay, Mr. Shuffle, here's what we're gonna do. Damn, sorry. By the way, shout out Grateful Dead, a seldom performed tune with Pigpen on lead vocals now. Not often I drop a Pigpen on you, but I'm doing it today. And it's a great track. It was on that box set they released like in 99 or 2000. Tony, Chinatown Shuffle. Okay,
Ooh.
You're dropping a shuffle on. I love Chinatown Shuffle. Take it, you can have it. Yeah, it's a good one.
TiVo pause, Paulie. If you're gonna go shuffle, do you want to give me the E Street Shuffle or the Harlem Shuffle? Which one are you going?
I'll go E Street Shuffle on that one. Yeah. I got no
I
problem with the Harlem Shuffle. I'll do it. I'll do it.
If you had to choose, I'd probably go E Street. That is the song that showed me, because again, I was a late bloomer with the Bruce Springsteen and the E Street Band, and I kind of listened to them backwards, where I was more like Glory Days and Dancing in the Dark, and then I went back because of Paulie, went back to the first albums, and I'm like, holy S, the jam that happens in the E Street Shuffle is like, oh God, I would have loved to have been in the studio to see that go down.
It's a good jam. Yeah, no, it's a great. I got the horns going. Yeah, it's great. All right, Tony. Yeah, it's funky. It's fun. It's straight funk jam. All right, guys, here's what we're doing. Tony, check this out. From Tony Vitello and Kyle Shanahan, is he a Hall of Famer? We'll get to that in a second. I saw Supers coming in. Before we go to the Supers, we're talking Peralta Arts, Tony. We're doing it. We're doing it and doing it and doing it well. Doing it well. All right, Peralta Arts and Company. This, my friends, is where graphic design, illustration, and music, pop culture all come and collide. And opening week is here, folks. We are ready to go. We're going to meet some new friends like Red Jet Shell. We're going to reunite with some of our older friends, your Stevie B's, etc. And your Noemis, everybody like that. But we're looking forward to an opening night party, Polymac Particle Party happening at Standard Deviant this Wednesday. Dom has some new merch and posters and stuff like that he wants to show you. And then I want to talk about Dom a little bit at the Brisbane Inn on Friday. But, Tony, why don't we show off some of this stuff? For example, he's got new merch, which will all be ready and available by this Wednesday. What are we starting with? Yeah, there you go. Beautiful. God, look at that, man. Good photo.
Isn't that badass? Yeah, isn't that badass? So that obviously on my left, your right is the Grateful. That's the new T-shirt where the Grateful logo on the front and on the back will be the Polymac Particles Steal Your Face logo. And then there's the new Broads of PMP T-shirt. And then, of course, in the middle, the crown jewel. I was at Dom's house this morning, and, dude, that thing in person pops even more than it does on screen. It just pops. So he's going to be selling all of these at Standard Deviant on Wednesday. And then if you're not able to make it to Standard Deviant, you can also get them on our merch page at Polymax Particles on YouTube. And please like and subscribe while you're there, P.
Yeah, so it's all great stuff. I mean, I love the shirt. I love both shirts, really. I love the broad shirt. I love the opening Grateful shirt, and the poster, like Tony said, is killer. And again, when it comes to your needs as a business person, or if you're just trying to commemorate a special occasion, your story, your campaign, your event, they all need both visuals as well. So talk to Don Peralta and Company and let him bring all of your events to life with Bay Area soul, Bay Area passion, Bay Area heart, and Bay Area consideration. Call Peralta Arts and bring your next vision to life. It's Dominic at stellar.design. Say it again, kids. Dominic at stellar.design. Thank you so much, Dom. Let me tell you, Tony, about Dom at the gig on Friday. So first of all, I haven't even really talked about it. So we had a great time at the gig. It went really, really well. Tony, in fact, it went so well that one of the owners, shout out Tiffany from the Brisbane Inn. Let's start right there. Shout out Tiffany from the Brisbane Inn. She was fantastic. She comes right up to us after the gig and she was like, we love you guys and we want you to come back. And I was like, done, we'll be back. So they sent some dates. I think we're going to be back in July. Plenty of time to talk about that. But Tony, it went really well. We did 2 sets. We did the first set, kind of a warm-up set, a bunch of kind of mixed songs, took a little break. Then we went into the Grateful Dead Bob Weir tribute set. First of all, Jeff Faust, thank you for coming down. Freestone Pieces, he hung all night. Tony, he wound up playing most of the second set with us. We went with a beat. We went with a double bass component. We had 2 bass players, David Drutz and Jeff Faust. Also, the great Noemi Lady Catalina was there. Bonnie Scarlet Fire was in the house. Neil Denardi. Holy smokes. Let me tell you about Neil Denardi. When I do his spot later, I'll go deeper into Neil. But Neil was there too, of course, being generous, brought all the pizza, and just the entire crowd was great. We had such a good time. And Dom laid all of his merch out, dude. He had the shirts out, the posters out. And Dom, it looked like that stuff looked like it was moving, man. People were buying posters and shirts. And I know we'll have more stuff available on Wednesday at Standard Deviant. Dom will have all his merch there too. So don't worry about missing Friday. You can just scoop some up this week, or in a couple of days rather. But anyway, Dom had all the stuff out. Dom filmed it. So we're kind of editing some of that stuff right now. We'll try to get some videos up in the next day or two if you want to check those out. But it was a good time. And Tony, we miss you. I know there was a lot of missing in action PMP members. PMP familiar members. So people are like, where's this one? Where's that one? Where's this one? Next time. There's always a next gig. Come out and catch us next time if you couldn't make it this time. But Dom, thank you for all you did that night. And Dom really did a lot. He helped us set up. He sold all that stuff. He's editing the film right now. So Dom never sleeps, man. Dom is a creative content machine. So again, all my thanks to you, Dom. And we had great Tony's. The sidewalk session that was going on.
Yeah.
I mean, let me think about this. I mean, you had members of the Brisbane Inn. You had Dom Peralta, Neil Denardi. And by the way, did I see Humdinger 87 for like a second? I looked over at one point, Tony, when we were playing, and I'm like, oh, good, Leah's here. And I looked again, she was gone. I think I saw Leah, unless I'm just was tripping out, which is definitely possible. But anyway, Denardi, Marcucci, freaking Noemi, you know what I mean? Scarlet Fire, we're all out there. Dom Peralta on the sidewalk session, and it was a great sidewalk session. Part 2, Wednesday night. Part 2. We'll do sidewalk session part 2 this Wednesday. But thank you again for all of you for coming out. Noemi, always a pleasure to hang with you. Bonnie was so great. Like, I really enjoyed hanging with Bonnie and Noemi and Dom and Bob Marcucci and David Drutz. Great night, Tony. And you were missed, and a lot of people were asking for you. But I said he's coaching. What are you going to do?
Yeah, and I was coaching. A lot of fun. But Paulie, I saw the videos, and I'm trying to pull one up here and see if I can get one up here. But I said there were spinners there on the side of the bar.
People got into it. People got into it. They were getting up and shaking. Yeah, it was fun.
And then also, I just have a question, because last time we played at Brisbane Inn, did any C's candy show up this time? No C's candy.
If C's candy showed up, I didn't see it. But I'm not saying it wasn't there. I'm just saying I didn't see any. It might have been there. Who knows? You know.
And what about, did Pete Rose show up again?
Pete Rose, I didn't see Pete Rose either. But there were so many cool people that came up and said hello. And if I met you the other night, the pleasure was mine.
Stop. Okay, Paulie, this is something that Paulie sent me, you guys. And Paulie, again, like I said earlier in the show, Paulie's not a big self-promoter. It's one of the endearing qualities about you, Paulie, that I love. But I just wanted to give everybody a taste of what it looked like, what the scene looked like at the Brisbane Inn. And look at Bob Marcucci on drums. That's Tyler on guitar. You got Drutzy on bass in the back, a beautiful bald man. And then you got Jeff Faust on bass, double bass. And then, of course, Paulie in the middle. On axe. Paulie, I'm going to let this roll unless you want to set it up. Your call.
I'm not sure what we're seeing, but it's either going to be Fire on the Mountain or Good Lovin', I think. It's one of those are the 2 clips I got from Drutzy's wife, and then I sent those to Tony. So let's see. Let's see what we're getting here. I'm not sure. Yeah, set it up. Let it fire. Let it rock, Tony. Yeah.
Here we go. Oh, come on. What's going on? Sorry, Paulie.
You're good. You're good.
It was just playing a second ago.
Don't worry about it.
I know, but I want volume's up. Okay, here we go. And let me. Dude, there it is, Paulie. Hell yes, hell to the yes, Paulie. Just great job. Great job.
Hell to the yes. Well, thank you. No, it's fun. Hey, next time you'll be up there with us, dude. Next time you'll get a base. You'll get your ass up there. By the way, how weird is it that I know in my life, like I know a surplus of bass players. Like there's so many of them. Like, well, let's see. We got Faust, we got Tony, we got Trutzy. There's bass players all over the place. And we will be back at Brisbane in July, and we'll be adding other gigs probably before then as well. So stay tuned. But thanks again for supporting us. Thanks for coming out. It was a lot of fun. It really was. It was a really fun night. Yeah.
Holly, I got to add Bob Marcucci adding. The guy oozes funk, dude. He just oozes funk, and I could just hear the funk beat. He was laying down. Like, I just love Bob's playing on drums because the guys, if you don't know, I've known Bob. Bob was my college roommate, and then Bob and I played in a band in our 20s, and then Paulie and Bob met, and it was like an instant, just like, you know. And so I'm so glad that you added him to this.
Oh my! I'm so glad we added him too. He's because everything Tony said is accurate. Great drummer, has like an innate feel for any style we're doing, and he's also a great guy. Just a great dude to hang with. Yeah.
Just phenomenal, dude. Phenomenal, dude. And Paulie, we have some supers. Can we go to some supers real quick?
Yeah. Do it for sure.
All right. So hang on. First of all, we're going to go back to Aaron Kask. And this is going to revisit some topics we were talking about earlier. Aaron Kask, thank you for the super. And thank you for your Tony's top 3 on Friday. It was freaking outstanding. If you happen to miss Aaron co-hosting Tony's top 3 on Friday, go back to our YouTube channel at Polymax Particles, like and subscribe while you're there. And then check out Friday's show with Aaron as the guest host for Tony's Top 3. He crushed it. And he says, remember from last week, we decided the 49ers cannot smile or have fun until we win a Super Bowl. We need to see some pissed off for greatness out of these guys.
Okay, Aaron, I got good news. You know what? Let me just check this. I don't think I put this in bookmarks. And Tony, don't worry. You don't have to do anything. But Aaron, I'm with you on that. I'm going to hold on. Let me just see because if I do have this, no, I didn't save this. Okay. I totally agree with you, Aaron Kask. I want pissed off for greatness too. You know who I was encouraged by? Upton effing Stout. Yes. And I'll tell you why. I saw a film over the weekend. Dude, he's already doing workouts, and check out his workout. He was doing he's a D-back. Obviously, you have to do like a lot of backpedaling and running backwards. Dude, he was running drills, Aaron, where he was doing his backpedaling, his backwards running, and he was doing it like uphill. And he had like a partner with him. So the guy would like blow the whistle. He would stop, come back, and then go like, again, backpedal up a hill. I thought that was awesome. And
backpedaling up. You know how hard that is, dude? But you know what he's doing, Paulie?
You know what I mean? He's got those, he's got the elbows and knees going like Roger Craig in reverse. But here's the thing. He's the only guy. Everybody else is there in Cabo. They're jumping off of yachts. They're having dance parties. You know what I mean? And I know it's their off season. Let them do what they want to do. Kittle's on every show in the world doing interviews. But Upton Stout was the first guy I've seen like working out like with a ferocity, and it made me feel good, Aaron, because I'm with you. I want pissed off for greatness too. They should all be pissed off the way they got kind of escorted out of the playoffs last year. I wish more guys were on the team. You know.
Upton Stout wasn't dancing, Paulie. He wasn't doing dancing videos.
You found it. Nice, Tony. Nice.
Yeah, it's freaking fantastic, dude. Look at this kid. Look at this.
That's
kid.
What I want to see. How did you find that so fast?
I just searched Upton Stout workout video.
Look at my guy, dude. That's my guy. That's what I'm looking for, Aaron Kask, right there. If I can only get 40,
look at this part. Look at this part, dude. He's got a weight vest on, by the way.
Let him
Weight
go.
vest.
This is a kid. It's a
And look at the
football player
gun,
right here.
by the way. Look at
This
the
is a
gun.
player. Yeah. Yeah.
And dude, by the way, you know what this reminds me of, Paulie? Is Jerry Rice taking the Edgewood Trail Hill right here in San Carlos, dude.
Hey, Creative Tony. I think you have frozen up on us, buddy. So if you can hear me. Oh, are you loose? Did you get loose? I can't tell. I don't want to like announce it if he's I can't tell. All right, Tony, you know what you're gonna do?
This is very reminiscent, man. This is
You're
up and
back.
down. This is Stout Hill. Okay. Jerry Rice had his hill in Belmont. This is Stout Hill. I'm gonna go Stout, number 20. We're number 20. Who's it? Tory Nixon?
Hey, Tony.
Yeah. Boom.
We got
Paulie, do you know Upton Stout number 20? Was it Tory Nixon? Was it Tory Nixon for us?
I don't even know what's going on right now. The feed has gotten so dicey. Tony, can you even hear me?
God.
Can you hear me?
Oh,
All right, I got you. Tony, leave and come back. Leave and come back.
Dude.
Leave and
Jesus,
come back.
man.
Yeah.
I'm gonna. Oh, for
All right, you know what? We're going to end the show
League's sake.
shortly anyway. Hold on, Tony. I
All
think
right.
you're good. I think you're good. Talk to me. No, it's no good.
I'm good, Paulie. I'm just not. I'm not good. All right, I'm leaving.
Okay.
On a
I'm
jet plane.
Sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I know. And again, you guys, you have to take our word for this. Tony especially has done so much work to upgrade his visual quality, his audio quality, and we keep running into problems. It's been interesting the last few weeks, and we've had more challenges technically than I think we had like all of last year. I mean, generally speaking, it's pretty good, but it's been tough lately. I'm sorry, Tony, but I just want to do that because I'm sure. Okay, so Robot Center saying I'm good. It's Tony with the problem. Okay, I can't tell. See, sometimes because I don't know what the audience is seeing, but I appreciate that, Centaur. It helps because on my end, Tony was frozen. He was delayed. He was melting down. So, yeah, StreamYard, it's been challenging. Let's just leave it at that, dude. It's been freaking challenging. Hey, I wanted to get a word or two in on the brackets on March Madness. And then I want to do a long bridge spot, and then we can break the huddle today. But I will say this. I've been here he comes. Okay.
Oh, Mac.
Hey, buddy. Sorry, man. I know it's got you completely melted down. Delays, audio, gerbles.
Did you get to see Upton Stout at all? Did you see Upton Stout at all?
I did. I saw
Okay.
it. And then
That's all
you
that
kind of
matters. I don't care about people seeing me. I want them to see Upton Stout. And Paulie, I was trying to ask you, is it Tory Nixon? Was he number 20 at some point for the Niners?
well,
Tory Nixon?
I'm not sure. I don't
Okay.
know if I can confirm that, but I can confirm Garrison Hurst, if that helps.
Yeah, good call. Good call.
And that's all I need. That's the only 20 I really ever need. Although I do like Upton Stout quite a bit. Do you think Upton Stout, do you think when Ricky Pearsall posts his next dancing video and Upton Stout sees that, he's like, dude, what are you doing? You're dancing. I'm over here running up hills backwards. Come on, man. What are we doing?
Well, if anything, Upton Stout's like, oh, Ricky's dancing. I'm gonna get to work. I'm gonna actually do some work. So I'm hoping. Hey, Ricky, you might want to do some good PR and start showing videos of yourself working out. I don't know. Maybe if you're taking time to post videos of yourself dancing, maybe post some videos of yourself working out.
Hey, Tony.
Might be a good idea. Maybe your agent. Maybe your agent, because your agent's always in your face about money. How about agent getting his face about working out?
Maybe maybe he's using the NFL as like a platform to audition for Dancing with the Stars. Maybe this is just a stepping stone to his real dancing career. Tony, got a quick question. Greatest Rickies of all time. Go.
Well, Waters,
Henderson,
Gervais,
Rocket. Okay. Ricky Rocket. And that's with 2 Ks, by the way, dude. Actually, scratch that. That's with
Can it be Rick? Can it be Rick or does that have to be Ricky?
I want Ricky's. I want Ricky's. Yeah.
Ricky Ricardo.
Yeah.
Noemi right there. Ricky Ricardo. Nice. Ricky Bell, dude. Gravy. Ricky Bell. Ronnie, Bobby, Ricky, and Mike. Okay.
Yeah.
I know there's more Rickies, of course. There's Ricky, dude. Ricky Schroeder. That's all. I'm done. My work is done. Ricky Schroeder.
Okay, it is done. By the way, the blonde hair, the bowl cut. I was done after Rocket. After I dropped a 4K Rocket on you, I was good.
All I know is I wanted to be Schroeder because he had Aaron Gray in his life, and he also had the race car bed, Paulie.
Let me ask you a quick question about Aaron Gray. Was that like his stepmom on that show?
Yes, I believe so.
Boy,
I believe so.
that's a dicey situation right there. I mean, I'm just being honest, right? You know what Ricky's thinking. Ricky's like, yeah, I got to get back into my race car bed. Go, close the door behind you. You know what I mean? Yeah. I'm just talking. All right. Tony, that's all. Just talk. Don't worry. Tony, I want to ask you a quick question about March.
Pause. Sorry.
No, you're good. You're good.
When I see Ricky Ellison in the chat and I see Ricky spelt correctly,
RICKIE, is that what it was?
No, Paulie. And Matt Stenson, you are freaking beautiful, dude.
Give it to me.
RIKI.
Corinne, I would expect nothing less. That is a great, and I like Ricky Ellison, by the way. I was an Ellison guy. Yeah.
Number 50. His kid went to I went to grammar school with his kid. I just see him pull into our yard.
I think Rags just dropped an atomic bomb, Ricky. Dude, Ricky, dude, on The Sopranos, Richie Aprile, dude, that old school gangster that got out of jail, Janice killed him. His son, Ricky, dude, and then Ricky saying this to Tony when they were like planning the wedding or whatever. He's like, "Hey, what do you think? You think Ricky's gonna miss an opportunity to foxtrot around everybody because he was like a dancer? He had a foxtrot. He goes, what do you think? He's gonna miss his opportunity to foxtrot around everybody?" Yeah. Ricky, dude. Ricky Aprile would always like scold people and be like, "It's Rick. It's not Ricky. It's Rick." Yeah.
Oh, dude, that's a great call, Rags.
Oh, dude, Rags, you got us with that one, dude. He's gonna foxtrot all around. All right, Tony. For God's sakes, for the love of God himself, how are your brackets doing in March Madness?
Very sad to see Larry Nerd, aka Cream Abdul-Jabbar, go down. They lost, but I'm very excited for Nebraska Cornhuskers. They are moving on to the Sweet 16.
What's with you and the Cornhuskers all of a sudden? I mean, I got no problem with it, but how did this whole thing start with you in Nebraska?
Well, no. So remember I told you I'm in that long time shout out. God, I forget the name of the pool actually, but it's with Max and Joe and Bob and Garrett and Mel, Justin, Jada, all those guys, JG, they're all in Joseph Quinn, the scarf, Paulie.
Yeah.
Barboso, they're all in this draft, 8 of us. And we each draft 8 teams. So one of the teams I drafted was Nebraska because I'm just like, you know what? Nebraska's feeling themselves after football. Yeah. And now they're in the tournament. I got to ride the coattails. So I thought they'd win 1 game. I don't know if I didn't think they'd win. I didn't know if they'd win 2. And now they're dancing their way into the Sweet 16. Tennessee in the Sweet 16. Arizona looking really good. Tom Tolbert's Wildcats are bearing down like a beast, man. So I'm hoping Tom is enjoying the hell out of the tournament. He basically said, he told Dan Ogden, we're not doing anything on Thursday and Friday for the next 2 weeks because I'm watching tournament ball. So
I like that. Well, I want to shout out St. John's too, because St. John's beat Kansas at the buzzer. That was an exciting game. So shout out Chris Mullen, Mark Jackson, and my mom and dad. My mom and dad are St. John's graduates as well. So St. John's was a fun one. They haven't been in a 16 in a long time. And how about Iowa beating Florida, taking out a number 1?
Yes, I wrote that down. I watched most of that game, and I was like torn
because of the coach, right? Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Yeah.
Todd Golden, former USF coach. I kind of like a love-hate thing with him because he left USF like kind of when he was just getting cooking.
Right.
And he was just getting recruits in. Also, no peace out. I'm going to Florida. But how could you turn down like a 10-year? It was like a 10-year contract or some crazy contract with millions and millions of dollars, stuff that USF can't afford to pay him. So he had to jump ship. But so I was like, you know what? I'll be happy for him if they win. But I'm like, damn, dude, a 9 beating a 1, Iowa 9 beating the 1 number 1 ranked Florida Gators. I would love. That's what the tournament's all about, is seeing upsets like that, man. And that guy Koch, I think is how you pronounce it, Koch.
Yeah,
just ice in his veins from behind the arc, man. Just a sweet shot, dude. And that was a really fun game to watch. I don't know if you watched it at all, Paul. It was really
I did. I watched that one. I watched the St. John's game. I was watching a lot throughout the weekend. And, now, again, though, it's almost like, the football playoffs and, you get like these pangs of withdrawal. Like there's no game today. I'm like, oh, they're killing me. By the way, the Warriors are playing today. I know it's dark out there, man. It's freaking dark out there with the weather. I feel bad for everybody involved. It's gotten it's gotten rough. It's really gotten rough. I mean, no Butler, no Steph. You knew it was going to catch him at some point, and it has. They're in Dallas today, so another one of those kind of Klay Thompson reunion games down there. But anyway, I'm saying no March Madness. You can watch the Warriors today. Tony, here's what I want to do. I want to do a Longbridge pizza spot because I got a few things I want to say about Neil. Then I want to come back and I want to take a final look at the poll results of today.
Yes.
And I got it right here. Hold on. I'm sending it right now. Okay, so we'll go Longbridge poll results. We're out of here. And then stay tuned because tomorrow's show we'll have Patty's sister with the Show Us Your Stubs. And we might have Scott Osler. I got to work out his schedule too, which I'm going to do after the show today. So for starters, Longbridge Pizza. Tony.
Yes.
I got to tell you right now, we did the first set the other night. And then we took a break and we're getting ready to play the second set at Brisbane Inn. And I look over, there he is. Yeah. There he freaking is, dude, in the corner, Neil Denardi. And somebody came running up. Forgive me, I forget who told me this, but somebody came running up and was like, hey, can you announce that Neil brought pizza for everybody? He's going to set it up in the corner. And I did. I was like, hey, you guys, Neil Denardi is here from Longbridge Pizza. And by the way, what's up, Longbridge? Oh, they're closed on Mondays. I was going to wave to the back room. I forgot you guys are closed on Mondays. But anyway, Neil showed up, laid out all these pizzas. There was a Polymac particle pie. There was a cheese pie. There was a pepperoni pie. And Neil was just so generous. He asked nothing from anybody. He just kind of passed out all the food and let everybody enjoy. And I got to tell you, what's so funny? Neil Denardi always loves having a good time. So during our sidewalk session after set 2, we're all hanging out outside talking. Next thing you know, dude, Neil and we start getting into it. And I'm like, all right, Neil, let's cut the crap. I got some questions for you. I go, and you would think, right? It's like a Friday night. You would think we're talking like Niners, Giants, Warriors. We're talking music, Grateful Dead. Nope. We were talking pizza right there on the street. And it's a true story. So I said, Neil, because he came up and he gave me like a little box and he goes, here you go, Polymac, take that home. And I go, Neil, as soon as I get home, I'm going to nail this. I'm going to freaking nail it. And I said, I have a pizza stone, which I use regularly to reheat pizza. It really helps. It heats it up really nice and keeps the crust crispy and all that. So I go, Neil, what's the perfect temperature to reheat these slices when I get home tonight? You know what he said? Take a guess. Take a guess what the answer was.
185.
Bro, this is it. My standard go-to with the pizza stone was 375. You know what Denardi dropped on me? He goes, 500.
Whoa.
I know. That's what I said. Go 500.
It's a quick hit.
See, he goes 500. And they said 2 words. He goes, you want the cheese bubbling.
Yes.
You want that cheese bubbling. When you see the cheese bubble, you pull it out of there. So I followed Neil's instructions is what I did. I went home and I took a shower and I got ready to eat some pizza, heated the oven up, and I did it at 500. I blasted it and the cheese bubbled. And Neil, you were right. I'm just saying respect. I'm not I didn't doubt you in the first place, but I was surprised to hear 500 is the magic number. Cheese was bubbling, talking pizza with Denardi. It was a great night. You know, like when you hang out with Marty Lurie, you just talk baseball the whole time. Let's talk about Gary LaVille, Randy Moffett. You know what I mean? Like just pulling out these old guys. Let's talk about Mark Sadek and Darrell Evans. So it was like that, but it was all pizza talk. It was like, how do I reheat? What's the proper temperature? How do I do this? How do I do that? Neil Denardi, just the greatest human being out of South City that I can think of. And Longbridge Pizza is the best pizza in San Francisco. If you haven't tried it yet, try it, then come talk to me. Look at that. What is that thing? What kind of pizza is that?
So, Paulie, that's the hot and honey. And by the way, on Friday, I ordered a hot and honey, which has the copa and it has the honey, obviously, and it's got the fresh mozzarella on there. I did. You can do this. I did half copa, half without the copa.
Oh, I love copa.
Phenomenal pie. Seriously, the hot and honey is one of my top.
Poor Tony. Tony, you're freezing up again, kid. You're freezing up like a madman. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? All right, you know what we're going to do?
One of my top go-tos at Longbridge Pizza, but I just wanted to show a video of that real quick because, you know, a Monday deserves a little pizza porn, in my opinion.
It does. Tony, are you with me, buddy? I'm sorry. I feel bad. You're freezing. Are you loose? Okay, you know what we're gonna do? Don't even worry about it, buddy. Don't even worry about it. We're gonna leave that picture up.
I hear you.
Okay, yeah, everything's delayed. I'm sorry, you guys. Yeah, Yeah, technical problems, you guys. We're doing what we can. I'll just say again, there's Tony. You're back. Okay, sorry, dude. I don't know. Maybe it's when you're bringing in other visuals today because it happened when you showed the vision. I don't know. And this is after all the upgrades. Yep. Like we did all these up. I'm not kidding, folks. We really did a lot of upgrades. Thanks for your patience today. There's Humdinger. How we doing, kid? Anyway,
we talked about Dominic Peralta. I want to thank Dom. Dom took the Roadcaster for the weekend. It was like, I'm going to wipe this thing clean. I'm going to check everything out. I spent the weekend deleting a crap load of files off of my laptop. It's just, we're learning as we speak. We're learning. And as I tell my kids, Paulie, make sure that you learn and grow every day. Well, we're learning and growing every day. So there's no other way I can put it. That's all.
Hey, and also a kind word always helps a little bit too. Red Jet Shell coming in with an uplifting message. She goes, "Smile, Tony. Don't be defeated." You got me? Don't be. I like that too. I like that. Don't be defeated. All right. So we asked you guys the question today on Dom's poll, which he put up in the comment line a little earlier. We do have the results. He asked, "What is your win prediction for Tony Vitello's Giants?" And the options were under 69, between 70 and 79, between 80 and 89, or over 90. And I'm just going to show you the results, Tony. I've got them right here. If you want to read those, go ahead to the PMP Familia.
So we've got 63% with the winner, 80 between 80 and 89, 17% between 70 and 79. Under 69, 4%, and 90% or above, 15%. I am with the people of the 80 to 89 crowd. I feel like that. Yeah. A big Alan Chico on the chat saying 88 and 74. Let's go, man.
I love that. 88 would be great. I think 88 is most likely going to get you into the postseason, and that's all I want. That's all I want. Just get me back. What?
Lily Merchant on the chat. Some optimistic folks on here.
Well, you got to be, right? I mean, opening day is all about the optimism because by next week it could be gone. It can happen quick. So let's hold on to that optimism while it's still fresh, like out of the spring rains, you know?
So good. I was trying to see what I think Vegas had him at 84 and a half.
Yeah, that's reasonable. That makes sense to me. Yeah.
I'm looking it up here because I'm afraid to use my computer at the moment. Vegas Giants. Yeah. Oh, no, I take it. The 2026 San Francisco Giants have a Vegas win total over under set at 80 and a half or 82 and a half, depending on the sports book. So Vegas thinks they're definitely under 85 wins, under 83 wins. And so let's go. Be more than a 500 team. If you can get 85 wins and improve on being 500 team, that'd be great, man. And Vitello, I don't know how long of a leash Vitello has. That's it. I wonder how many years. I don't know. It's gonna be interesting. This whole thing is very interesting.
It is.
It's exciting though. It's very exciting too.
Yeah, let's see what the club looks like. Right. That's why it's hard for me to get I don't like to prognosticate or kind of predict what's good. Baseball's too weird like that. It's such a long season. I need to see the club on a big league field playing for a couple of weeks, I think, before we can really get a feel for what this team is going to have and what they're not going to have. Will that bullpen hold up? Will the rotation hold up? I don't know. I don't think any of us do. So we're all in this together. Yeah. What team?
Paulie, too. Also, Will Sparks on the chat. What's up, Will? He says, we need a good game on Wednesday. And hell yeah, we do, because we're having our season opener hang at Standard Deviant, Pier 70. Please join us. And if you want to go to our YouTube channel at Polymax Particles and like and subscribe while you're there, and click on the Eventbrite link to let us know you're going to make it. We just want to give them a round number. Standard Deviant and Longbridge Pizza, making pizza outside of Standard Deviant. But I was going to say, Paulie, of course I want the Giants to win. But if the Giants lose and Aaron Judge goes 0 for 4 with a few Ks, I'm happy about that as well.
Well, you know what, though? Now it's the regular season with no pressure at all. He'll probably hit like 2 or 3 home runs opening night. It's when there's pressure that the George Costanza shrinkage kicks in with Aaron Judge. We'll see what happens. I don't know which version of Aaron Judge is going to show up, but he's probably going to feel all loose now. The whole world's not watching. All right, you guys. Hey, sorry about the technical problems today. We are working. You got to believe me. We really are working on this. and we'll continue to, because we're trying to present you guys with the best visual and audio we can.
100%.
And when stuff like this happens, it drives us freaking crazy. At least we got on the air. There was a couple. I remember the one night we couldn't do a show. Like I couldn't even get on. So it happens. I mean, it's not a perfect medium, but it's pretty good most of the time. So
hey, Paulie, you mentioned crazy. Just a couple of pop hits that I want you to choose between. They're not the greatest tunes, but I want you to choose. If you had to choose, would you go "She Drives Me Crazy" by the Fine Young Cannibals, or would you go "Crazy" by Seal?
I'll go "Crazy" by Seal.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah,
me too. That whole album, by the way, that whole Future Love Paradise album, great album. If you haven't heard it, get it.
When that tune came out, I remember that I used to really love that tune. But we're never gonna survive. Like he was just cool, you know. Where is Seal right now? Where is he?
Geez, I don't know. That he did very well with his first two albums. I think he's doing just fine today. You know?
Okay. Well, good for him. I don't have to worry about Seal tonight. Tony, thank you for all you did. Audience, thank you guys for all you did too. Noemi, Pat, there's Scarlet Fire. What's up, Bonnie? So great to hang with you the other night. Stevie B, P1 Chuck. What's Crazy by Willie Nelson? 100%. Yo, Chuck, 100% Crazy by Willie Nelson. One of the greatest songwriters in the history of America, Willie Nelson, period, end of story. Look into it. You'd be shocked, all the great tunes he's written. Okay, Tony, we're out of here. We're back tomorrow at 12 noon. We got Patty's sister coming in for Show Us Your Stubs. We might have Scott Osler. He'll be with us this week. Also, Losty, Dan Cochemilio, Little Giants forecasting and scouting report too. We'll get into all that stuff this week. Thank you guys for hanging out with us on a Monday to kick the week off. Creative Tony, I don't know if you have the abilities, but let's see what happens. See if you can take us home without any mishaps. Go ahead, buddy.
Okay, let's do this. And then Paul,
We would all like to be able to live an uncluttered life, a simple life, a good life.
and then come on, brother. There we go, P.
Thank you so much, PNP Familia. We freaking love you guys. We really do. We appreciate the support. Looking forward to seeing you guys on Wednesday, or as many of you as possible. Creative Tony, take a deep breath, have some lemonade, have a cream soda, you know what I mean? Whatever it takes to calm your nerves. And we'll see you right back here tomorrow at high noon. Cheers, y'all.
Peace, y'all. Thanks, everybody, for the support.